Harry and Lila kind of recover their lives at the end of the first season in that bitter ending. And what have they done with that supposedly recovered freedom?
Well, they've gone their separate ways.
They've kind of ran for the hills, I guess.
What?
Harry to a slightly further hill than Layla's particular hill.
Yes, but both left the section. Layla's back in London, working in a very bland consulting security job. She's alone, full of regret, possibly, and lacking purpose. And so she receives a message from a young translator that they both employed in Mali in the past section of season 2. This desperate plea for help is the invitation that Layla is sort of desperate for, waiting for, to kind of go in search of Harry and maybe see what's left there, and to regain some meaning in her life and get back into the fold, and then the story sort of unravels, and therefore the deep state begins again.
And Harry, I think, has, as we said, kind of ran as far as he feels he can get. So he's completely on his own. He's incredibly jaded. He's done what he would have described before as selling out. He's done that. He's working in a ludicrously well-paid job, doing private security for a man he can't stand, and living in a beautiful gated villa in one of the poorest countries on earth. And he's just hiding. You know, he just wants to get as far away from everything that happened in season 1 as possible. And he's got, at the beginning of season 2, 0 interest in getting involved in anything again. And it doesn't mean that he's happy. It doesn't mean that he's enjoying himself at all. And then a Tasmanian devil shows up at his door and sort of tells him that he has this duty to help out this translator who they had a hand in involving in all of this.
Yeah, and a duty in supporting me.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, you know, Harry's a stubborn guy, and I think it's not like he drops everything to go and do it. He's going to take a lot of persuading, because he's harbouring a lot of resentment. You don't find out at that point what happened between him and Layla after season 1 finished, but he's certainly harbouring some resentment towards her as well as everything that happened in season 1. So he's not a happy man, put it that way.
But do you think that a third season of Deep State, an hypothetical third season, could be set in the Brexit procedure?
Oh my gosh, could you
Wow.
imagine?
I mean, I think that would be great. I think that would be more. It's at the moment that's playing out as more of a farce than a thriller.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't get to go to such nice
No,
locations. I mean, you've seen the weather outside, right?
Grey.
No one wants to film in Britain.
And depressing. Yeah.
And as one character says in the first season, I think it was in the finale, like people aren't interested anymore in the truth. So do you think that the facts have just become like an endangered species right now?
I think that people are still interested in truth, and people still want the truth. It's just the truth is becoming ever harder to discern. And I think that what you get when accountability disappears is a lack of truth. You know, there used to be a time where if a politician or the head of a corporation lied about something, then the done thing to do was resign. It was exposed and they resigned. People don't resign anymore. People just carry on or deny. You know, deny until everyone forgets about it, until tomorrow's scandal comes along, at which point everyone's forgotten yesterday's. It's a dangerous way to live.
And one of the peculiarities of the show is that if you look away for a minute, if you don't pay attention, you don't know where you are.
Yeah.
It's such a demanding show that you have to follow, you have to be inside it, you have to basically live it. So do you think as actors? Do you benefit or suffer from this demanding narrative?
I think both, really. Like, I think it keeps us on our toes, which is exciting. I mean, like, you know, I hear stories from other actors, you know, working on these huge green screen kind of big Hollywood projects, doing one scene every single day in parts for like a week, whereas we're moving at this
like 3 or 4 scenes a day,
like moving really fast. They're super demanding, super high energy, they're cerebral, and I think I personally would much prefer to be stressed because I'm being kept on my toes rather than, you know, the opposite of that.
Yeah,
it's extremely demanding to film it. I think just as demanding for our audience to pay attention and watch it. It's a cerebral espionage thriller.
I think people are craving that a little bit.
Yeah.
Now we've all got very used to, you know, having something on in the background while we kind of half pay attention. And I think shows like that really do serve a purpose. You know, a lot of people's lives are so hectic these days that you get home after work and you just want to put something on that you don't have to use too much brain power to watch and to follow.
But then you get bored of that after a while, because then you're actually not watching it, you're not taking in any information, you're busy doing something else.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, although people can see a show just when they're cooking or when they're walking around the house, there's also a lot of audience that has grown more and more demanding?
I think that what this sort of new age of television, where there's any number of different platforms and any number of different shows out there, there's so much choice. And I think what that's thrown up is the fact that there's an audience for such a wide range of TV shows. You know, years ago you would have programs that were made specifically to appeal to as broad an audience as possible. And I think that our show isn't going to be for everyone, and that's fine by me. The people that get it, the people that want to be challenged and want something that they have to pay attention to, hopefully they're the people that will love it.